On the way home, the girl saw a stray dog that was already on the verge of death. She wanted to save it, but her mother picked up a nearby shovel instead. This was the first lesson her mother gave her. The girl was an abandoned child. She had been thrown into locker number 10 of the subway the moment she was born, so she was named Yilling. This mother was the local gang leader. She had many children under her, all of whom had grown up struggling at the very bottom of society. Some survived. Some were ruthlessly eliminated. 10 years passed, and Yilling had become the most formidable enforcer under the mother's command. One day, the mother sent her to collect a debt. Yilling arrived at a casino and immediately confronted the target. The man laughed. Yilling didn't get angry at all. She just picked up an ashtray, spit blood into it, and looked up, repeating her demand. Everyone laughed again. This little girl probably never got beaten before. The man stood up, ready to hit her. Yilling tossed her phone on the table. The man instantly backed down. "I'll pay it right away." But paying the money wasn't enough. He also had to pay for trying to hit her. Yilling shoved a glass bottle into his mouth and picked up the ashtray again. Thanks to her ruthlessness, the mother valued Yilling highly. When others asked who she was, the mother would smile and respond. And Yilling always wore an emotionless face, like a cold-blooded killer, except when she was with her family. After surviving countless trials, only 4 children remained by the mother's side. Second sister, Xiao Song, who was like a real sister to Yilling. Third brother, Ah Dai, a fool who blindly obeyed the mother. Eldest brother, Ah Kun, who treated Yilling the best. He even used to prepare band-aids for her before missions. If that person had never appeared, Yilling's life might have continued on like that, cold and disciplined. This woman was the gang's most cold-blooded hit woman. She was sent to collect a debt from a gambling addict who had fled abroad, leaving only his son behind. Yilling followed the address and knocked on the door. Damn, how can a gambler's son be this handsome? Her values crumbled under his looks. The hit woman silently put away her knife. Not only was the guy handsome, he was also warm and welcoming. He even made her Italian pasta. This normally stoic girl suddenly felt shy. When she noticed a bruise on his face, the boy gently applied ointment to it. This made Yilling flustered. "Are you sick or something?" It's not like that. She was, after all, an assassin. This kind of tender gesture made her heart race. When her mother called to ask about the situation for the first time, Yilling lied, saying she hadn't found him. The next day, she returned to collect the debt, but no one answered the door. Calls went unanswered. Had she been tricked? She took out a hairpin and picked the lock within seconds. Inside, everything looked normal, not like someone had fled. Just then, her phone rang. It was the boy, Az, calling from the restaurant where he worked. He asked her to come find him. Yilling had never been to such a fancy place. Feeling awkward, she got straight to the point and asked for the money. Z didn't hesitate. He paid the debt with interest, then said, "Can I have my SIM card back?" "Okay." So flirty. It was the first time in Yilling's life that she watched a movie. The calm, warm atmosphere made her fall asleep on Aze's shoulder. After the movie, they went for BBQ and beers. Yilling's heart began to soften. She even started dressing up and wore a floral dress. Her mother noticed the change. She took Yilling to the dock to pay respects to her own late mother. Yilling, full of envy, said, "Your mom must have loved you very much." The mother smiled. "I wanted to marry you, but you said no." What she really meant was, people like us should never have feelings. Reality will always shatter fantasy. Then the mother spread the word. Ozzy's father had completely disappeared, and now Ozzy had to repay the debt with his own body. Yilling rushed to Ozzy's house like mad and told him to run. Still confused? "I already let you and your dad go. You live with me now, understand?" But Ozzy was certain his father would never abandon him and refused to leave. Just then, third brother Dai showed up. This guy was a blind follower. He raised his knife and went for Ozzy's life. To save Ozzy, Yilling knocked Dai out with a vase. They fled to the underground parking garage, but the mother's men were already waiting. Yilling was injected with a sedative and collapsed. Ozzy was seized by the thugs. Then the mother arrived. A mother as heartless as this? She handed her daughter a knife and told her to kill the man she loved. Yilling struggled on the ground, begging her not to do this. But the mother didn't flinch. Instead, she turned to Ozzy and said, "You'll have children one day too. In the underworld, there's no room for love." This was another brutal lesson. With a wave of her hand, the knife came down. Ozzy was dead. The only light in Yilling's life was extinguished. She fainted from the shock. When she woke up, she found herself stuffed inside a shipping container. Yilling thought she was being trafficked. She fought back furiously, slashing out one of the gang boss's eyes and jumping into the sea to escape. Once safe, she immediately called second sister Xiao Song and arranged a meeting, but Dai had seen it happen. Yilling knew he'd be waiting. Her thoughts were simple. "You tried to kill me before, now I'll kill you." No matter how Yilling begged and explained, Dai wouldn't listen. At that moment, Ah Kun arrived and rescued her, but Ah Dai had gone completely mad. He grabbed a pin and stabbed it straight into Ah Kun's neck. To protect Yiling, Ah Kun used his last breath to kill Ah Dai. Before he died, he looked at Yiling, who was crying uncontrollably, and whispered, "She was our mother." Yiling was dazed. She remembered the past. Their whole family gathered around for meals. Were they just puppets under the mother's control, or were they a real family? Meanwhile, the mother found the gang boss. She was furious. She had told him to send Yiling away, but he had tried to kill her instead. He argued that the mother had broken gang rules, and Yiling should have been executed for betrayal. But the mother said, "Rules? I am the rules." Then she stabbed him with a shining blade. Yiling called her. She thought the gang boss and Ah Dai had been sent by the mother to kill her. "Do you really want me to kill everyone I love?" The mother gave no explanation. Now, with her siblings dead, it was time to end everything. Yiling returned home. The mother had prepared a table full of food, pretending nothing had happened. She asked, "What's so good about that guy anyway?" Yiling couldn't answer. She only wanted an explanation, but the mother wouldn't say a word. She gave Yiling two choices. Come with me back to China. No. In a hopeless emotional storm, Yiling was crushed by grief. Before dying, the mother gave Yiling the key to locker number 10, her final gift. Yiling found the locker, her origin. Inside was an adoption agreement and an ID card. Did she finally understand? The mother had already seen her as a real daughter. Everything she did was to teach Yiling how to survive. Now the mother was dead, and the old Yiling had died too. She took over the organization and became the next mother.